Hello, internet. Good evening, and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know, I am Squiggy. This is SquiggyPlays, whether you're over on YouTube or Twitch, and this is my little corner of the internet where I just like to play some games. You know, we played a bit of Mario Kart last week. We're going to play a bit of Metal Gear Solid 2 today. So the plan is, because Metal Gear Solid Delta comes out in... Turn the music down. Comes out in the end of August. The plan is we're going to try and play through Metal Gear Solid 2. So we'll play through Metal Gear Solid 1 fully. That is on YouTube. You can go and view that. We started Metal Gear Solid 2, but the encoder messed up when it was doing its thing. So it actually didn't go out to YouTube, which obviously really helpful. So what we're going to do is we're going to start Metal Gear Solid 2 from the start again. We're going to play through Metal Gear Solid 2. Then we're going to play through Metal Gear Solid 3. And hopefully, I've got my PS3 down here. We're going to play through Metal Gear Solid 4 as well. And then, hopefully, Metal Gear Solid Delta will be out. And we can play that on stream together. So that is the plan. If you're in the chat, say hello. Let me know how your day's gone. It is Monday. You know, most people dislike a Monday. But when you get to play Metal Gear Solid, it's always a good Monday. So let's jump straight into the game. I will mute the music. I'll bring the game chat back. And here we go. I absolutely love
the Hudson River 2 years ago. We had classified intelligence that a new type of Metal Gear was scheduled for transport. The whole thing stank, but our noses had been out in the cold too long.
Oh. Just this. It's in this part. Oh, it's so good, man. So good. I honestly love playing this game so much. I've finished it so many times. I absolutely adore it. So the plan is, while this is going on, so the game is split into two sections. You've got the tanker section and then the plant section. The plan is we're going to play the tanker section today, and then the plant section will probably split into 2, maybe 3 parts. We'll see how we go and see how quickly we get through like the first section of it. But that is the plan. We're going to do the tanker section today, and then we're going to go into the plant section on the next stream. But I absolutely love this. This is one of my favorite openings to any game at all. Just like walking along the George Washington Bridge, the rain effects, like back in, was this 2002? I'm gonna say 2001, 2002. Like the rain effects back then had been unheard of. So this is just like, this is incredible. This bit. Abseiling down. Is he abseiling? I don't even know what he's doing. He's doing something to get down there. I'm gonna go with abseiling. We'll go with it. Just while all this is going on, I'll just take a little photo when I'm live streaming. Right on schedule.
He'll know soon enough.
Oh, honestly, man. So good. Should have probably sent this out earlier, but there you go. This is Snake.
This is Snake. Do you read me, Otacon?
Loud and clear,
Loud
Snake.
and clear, Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh? I'm at the sneak point.
Everything going okay?
The stealth camo's busted. Landing impact.
We must have overused it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to deal with it.
I'll deal with
You're
it.
not in the military anymore.
Right. I didn't plan on relying on this
Zoom
gadget
in.
anyway.
The private sector's not so
Things
bad, is
moving
it?
around.
Privacy guaranteed.
No way. I'm happy as long as no one gives me any more unwanted gifts.
You mean that thing with Naomi?
That's right. And
That's
I
right.
can't say I miss the chattering nanny.
Mei Ling's not so bad. That reminds me, I have to get in touch with her again about that new Natick
Good
flash
timing,
order.
that.
Diverting toys from the SSCEN again? Look, give her a message from me. Someone will find out, sooner or later. She's better off assuming it sooner and quit while she's safe.
Too true. Okay, Snake, let's get to work.
Around.
You know how the technical specs of Metal Gear were sold on the black market after Shadow Moses?
La, la, la,
All
la.
Ocelot's doing.
Exactly.
I am totally
Now
paying
every
attention.
state, group, and .com has its own version of Metal Gear.
Not exactly a classified weapon for today's nuclear powers.
This new one seems to have been designed to wipe the floor with all the other models. The only consistent description is that it's an amphibious, anti-Metal Gear vehicle.
That explains why this one is under Marine Corps jurisdiction.
Yes, it does. So what is the plan, Stan?
The mission objective is to make visual confirmation of the new Metal Gear being transported by that tanker and bring back photographic evidence. But I want you first to go up to the top level of the infrastructure, to the bridge. We need to find out where the tanker is headed.
A little reconnaissance, huh?
There's too much we don't know about this new prototype. Capabilities, deployment method. We don't even know how close it is to completion. If we know where the testing arena is, I can start to draw some reasonable conclusions.
All right, I'll head to the bridge ASAP.
Try to avoid
I will try.
confrontations. Our goal is to collect evidence on Metal Gear development and expose it to the world. It would be best if you could get out of there without alerting anyone.
Don't worry, I know the drill. We're not terrorists.
Very good. Don't you forget that you're part of Philanthropy now, an anti-Metal Gear organization and officially recognized by the UN.
Recognized,
Sick.
but still fringe, Otacon.
All right, let's look at your gear. Your
Let's
weapon
do
is a
it.
tranquilizer gun converted from a Beretta M92F.
M9.
It's a little hard to work with because you have to reload after each shot since the slide locks.
Better than scavenging at the mission site. Good suppressor, too.
The chemical stun will take effect in a few seconds and last for hours. You can take down an elephant with that thing. Check out the laser
I
sight.
hope that there's no elephants on
The
board.
effects of the anesthetic round will vary depending on what part of the body is hit. We're talking about a difference of tens of seconds between hitting limbs, chest, or head. As
This
for the
actually
equipment,
rings true in this game as well.
hey, Snake, cigarettes?
One of
What's
like,
wrong with you?
the cool
It's
things
kind
that
of a lucky
Kojima
charm.
did. If you,
You
shoot
haven't
them in
read
the
the
head,
Surgeon General's warning,
away.
have you?
you shoot them in like the foot. Maybe
Here's the
take a couple
digital
of bullets
camera.
or take a bit
Works
of while.
almost the same way as
Doesn't
your old
fall
one.
asleep. I'll try and show it as we go through.
They don't look armed.
Hey,
They're
Earth to
dangerous.
Snake. These are nice, upstanding Marines, not terrorists. Don't get caught. You're in stealth mode here.
Sure, and if it comes to that, a little beauty sleep never hurt anyone. By the way, Otacon, are you sure of this intelligence?
Absolutely. Hacked it out of the Pentagon's classified files myself.
No traces?
Oh, please, I'm too good for that.
But this might be a trap. Remember, there's a price on our heads.
You're just being paranoid.
I'm not being
I hope
paranoid,
so.
pal.
Those men, you wouldn't think they were anything but civilians from here.
With all the ships passing on the river and in the harbor, putting uniformed Marines on the deck would be a bad idea. People can get a clear view of the water from Riverside, too.
The water line is too high. According to the navigational plans, this ship should have discharged its cargo upriver.
It's in there, no doubt about it.
The military trains you to watch for threats from the stern on a boat. That's SOP for counter-terror ops, too. Security should be tighter.
You worry too much.
Where's the target?
Satellite surveillance is a major international
That just
pastime
knows his
these
stuff.
days. I'd say the cargo holds, safely below the deck. Do you see the entrance to the holds?
Looks like there are a few entryways into the crew quarters. The chopper. What?
Uh-oh. Oh, no. It's a nice delivery. Like, what
Looks
have
like
they
we're
done?
not the only ones after Metal Gear tonight.
Is that a chopper I just heard?
Affirmative.
wait, are they gone?
Probably another cavalry. It's their game. Hijack?
They're probably targeting the ship's controls.
Otacon. How many men do you need to take over a tanker of this size?
The ship is run by a computer, so I'd say about 18 people.
His name is Solid Snake. Ba-ba-da-da.
AKS 74U.
Russian. There he is.
Russians?
You sure?
No Marine barber touched that head of hair. I'm transmitting a photo. Let's get an ID on him ASAP.
I'm on it.
Thanks, Otacon. You're a guy.
Looks like the tanker's theirs now. K-60 Kasatka.
Kasatka?
Imagine,
Came
like,
off chopper, right?
know the noise of
Killer
the
whale.
helicopter and being like, I know that helicopter. Exactly.
We need to get a fix on who they are.
Judging by their transport, aren't they some kind of military commandos?
Not necessarily. It could be the KA-62, the civil model.
Look, Snake,
He knows
all
too
we
much.
need is the photographic evidence of Metal Gear. As long as we have those, we can put it online and blow the whole thing wide open. So no pyrotechnics, okay?
All
Okay.
right. I'll do my best.
No pyrotechnics.
This isn't like
for
Shadow
me.
Moses. Reach me if anything happens. The frequency's 141.12.
How can I check in and save my progress?
I'll do it. There's a frequency set aside for it. 140.96.
Oh, Mei Ling.
Sorry, but no Mei Ling this time.
So
Call me
sad.
on the codec when you want to save.
Got it.
I'll be waiting just past the Verrazano Bridge. You need to be off that ship by then.
I will.
I'll be in touch.
I'll be in touch and I'll be off this boat. Off this boaty. So we can roll. You're looking at me, I'm going to shoot you in the head. I'll put you to sleep straight away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to... No, I'm not. So in the PS2, the square button, you could like, it was pressure sensitive. So you could kind of release it really gently and it wouldn't shoot. But unfortunately, on this version, that does not happen. Shoot you in the leg. And then jump off, and then if I pick you up, I should be able to carry you. There's no more guards, and we are going to dispose of you. So, hurrah, hurrah, my god. See you later. What an awful person you are, Snake. That codec hole is just going to tell me to push the action button to get into here. And what you'll see as well on the floor is footprints, which was a cool thing at the time. That's not going to work. And if Snake stays out there too long, he does catch cold and he starts to sneeze. And guards can hear the sneeze as well. So there's some random information for you. There's one guard down there. He's not going to bother me. And in here, there is a Russian. And what you can do, which I don't really agree with, is if you go to first person, zoom in, he plants a kiss on the person. Actually, what you can also do is, hang on, I'm gonna close this locker. You can take a photo and later on, if you hit that photo there, we'll see what happens later on. Just trust me on it. We'll see. And anything else in here? Probably. And when the HD collection came out, there was a trophy for necking on with the poster, basically. I can't remember what it was called, but there was a trophy for it. So I'm gonna let this guard go around here.
Freeze.
Gonna hold him up. I'm just gonna shoot him. Get it over with. And as he's collapsed on the floor, you pick him up and then drop him. He'll drop things. Some of them drop dog tags, but I think that's a little bit later on. He drops bullets. And what we're also going to do is... You're going to drop anything else? No. We're going to stick him in a locker, just for good measure. Just because we can. If this was like a harder difficulty, you'd probably wake up. But because I'm doing it on an easy difficulty, we've got that time just so I can kind of just go through these little bits and bobs. Whee! And what generally happens in this game is I always get lost at a certain point, which is normally this point here. And normally I'm going through the wrong entrance or the wrong door. And because this is the easy difficulty, there's only one guard, normally a couple. Couple of things in here. We can go in here. We can... They're very pixelated, but we can break the bottles like that. I think you can knock over this ice bucket as well, and the ice will actually start to melt as well. If I can... I'll go for a wonder, and then I'll come back and hopefully you'll see what I mean about the ice melting. There's another rack in here. And if you look at that, that is Metal Gear. That is the Metal Gear that we're after. Might be better to look at it a bit further away. But that is the Metal Gear we're after. Broken the TV, so we're not going to see Metal Gear anymore. And you can also shoot that, and you get bullet holes in it. Which, obviously, these days... And actually, there we go. If we look at the ice, you can see the cubes have got smaller. I can confirm they have got smaller. So the ice is melting. But anyway, back to actually playing the game. Have you got anything good for me? Some bullets that I don't really need. Wrong side. There's a guard up here. This is supposed to be where you hold someone up. So you turn,
Freeze.
aim for the head. He's got a radio here. You shoot the radio, you notice how the radio is being shot out. Are you gonna do anything? Or are you just gonna stand there? You're just gonna stand there, aren't you? Well, that's on you. But yeah, so shooting the radio out means you can't call for backup, which is like another cool thing that was put into this game. I don't know why I'm looking for bullets, because I'm not going to need them. Well, I shouldn't. That's the way you can't get it. And if you go down here, there is something down here as well. A locker with some USP bullets, but we don't have the USP. I wonder where we're going to get that from. I wonder. But all I've done is done a loop. To go upstairs. You're going to tell me to avoid the camera, which is fine. And then surprisingly, guess what I'm going to find in this locker? Some chaff grenades. They're obviously blow it up. There's a ration down here. Take. Bin back out. That was the stairs I tried to go up before. And yeah, we now go back up to the crew's quarters. As you can probably tell, I have played this game a lot. I don't deny that I've played this game a lot. But that's why I'm doing it, to sort of, you know, just enjoy playing it again, but also to impart a bit of knowledge. Not knowledge, but some interesting things on for everyone here. Can you shoot the pans? Yeah, they make a noise as well. Thought we did. So right, what we're gonna do is, yes, I know. So what normally happens is a guard will come in here. Literally what I'm waiting for. So there's two guards now. If you can see on the radar, there's two guards. So now I'm waiting for one of the guards to come in here, and I will just be a box of oranges. So we'll just wait a little bit in the hope that he does. Come on, don't let me down. Don't let me down. I'm going to be let down, aren't I? Yes, I am. Oh well. What's supposed to happen is the guard's supposed to come.
Freeze.
I'm just going to put him instead. He's the one that's supposed to walk in to where I am. What this codec code is, I'll press it anyway so you can hear it, just to tell me
Snake,
about...
wait! Don't move!
I see it. Some kind of device on both sides of the hall. Infrared sensors?
Right, and they're linked to...
Let me guess. Semtex.
Exactly. Plastic explosives. If you trip the sensors...
I'll be sleeping with the fishes, along with this entire ship.
That sounds about
That's
right.
one way to end Metal Gear Solid 2.
There aren't that many infrared beams. Maybe you can get past those without setting off the explosives. If you need to see exactly where the beams are, you can use the usual method. There's a fire extinguisher over there. Break it open and try scattering some of the extinguishing chemicals.
You can also, the other method is cigarettes. You can see them with them. But they obviously ruin your health. And we're not here for that. You would think the guard would notice the fire extinguisher going off. Like, in my opinion. I would anyway. If I saw a fire extinguisher going off, I'd be wondering why. Ooh, a ration. Don't go too close. Come on. Imagine blowing up the ship for a ration. Right, up to the next deck. Let's go.
So it is the Kaslaka. Russian choppers.
feel free to hit the follow button on Twitch or the subscribe button on YouTube. It is all very, very, very much appreciated. And hopefully you like this as much as I like this, because I love Metal Gear Solid. It's probably my favourite. I'd go as far as saying it's my favourite game franchise. I think everyone who knows me probably knows that, so yeah, I like it very, very much. The Dallas could do with some work on their mind.
Snake, did you find out where that ship is headed?
I'm looking at it. 35 degrees longitude, latitude around 58.
More than 500 miles off the coast of the Bermudas, out in the middle of the Atlantic.
What a random
So
place
the
to go.
prototype is ready for solo testing. It's basically combat worthy. That area is outside the Second Fleet's operational range, too. It must be a standalone Marine Corps project, which means this prototype Metal Gear must be designed for independent deployment, without any naval assistance. Anyway, analysis can wait till later. Snake, you need to go down to the holds and locate the actual metal...
What was that? What could that be? When I first played this game, the tagline Sons of Liberty, I thought this person was called Liberty. And I was like, oh, and this person's called Liberty, this is the Sons of Liberty, and blah 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 blah. Yeah. Can't really see much out there. That's because she's at that window, that's why. So let's go out. Let's go and do it.
Shalashaska has landed. I'm on my way to the tanker holds. Report your status.
Control room, communications and engine room are under control. All entry and exit points to the tanker hold secured. Infrared sensors placed and operational.
Good work. Are the explosives in place?
Of course.
Yes, they are all planted.
Listen, once we have what we came for, the tanker will be scuttled.
And the vehicle's pilot.
He's the only one who underwent the VR training. No one else can do it.
Are you sure you can trust him?
Your part in the mission is complete. You are to leave at once.
No, it's not over yet.
I can see
I
the
don't
moon,
wanna
even in
leave.
this storm, pale as death. I have a bad feeling about this mission. You swore this to me that you would leave
bad
the
feeling
unit
about
once
this.
the mission was complete. Do not worry. This is a country of liberty.
No, this is where I belong, with the unit.
That's when I
have
twigged
nowhere
on
else to
she
go.
wasn't called Liberty. When they said it was a country of
I
liberty.
want to stay and fight.
There is no choice to make here, Olga. Need I remind you that you are carrying my grandchild? You will be on the helicopter out of here now.
Damn it.
Gotta listen to Pops.
Freeze! Hands over your head, now! Toss your gun overboard, slowly.
So chill about it all.
A
Like,
woman. Show your face.
You men, you're all the same.
Who are you?
all good building.
We are nomads. Wanderers.
I said don't move.
Americans. So you shoot women too.
I'm a nomad too.
That's who he
What
wants,
else do you have
apparently.
there? Take the knife and toss it. Not there. Toss it overboard.
That was like a gun to me.
Hold that position. Now, turn around.
You know what you're doing.
Imagine this, like, obviously Metal Gear Solid 3 is getting fully remade. Imagine if this gets remade, like how beautiful
Not too shabby, is
This'll
it?
hold up.
New York, I mean.
You missed, Pat.
And that brings our tour to its conclusion.
Scout knife with a surprise. You a Spetsnaz?
I think you deserve a little credit. No one's ever dodged that shot of mine.
No one's
But
ever
no
met
one
me.
gets lucky twice
Dollars, mate.
either. I've been with the unit since I was born. I grew up on the battlefield.
Conflict and
victory
victory
were
were
my
my
parents.
parents.
The unit is my life, my family. We've shared everything, all the
Ow.
bad and all the good.
Ow!
No one, nothing except the unit. Nothing else matters to me.
Come on, come this way, pal. Pal, pal.
Whoever you are, you're not stopping us.
Do what I want. Hope you get me rations out. I'm gonna knock that light out. Ow! Yeah, so now she shoots that, so I need to then shoot. Look over there, and that gets rid of it. How cool, by the way, is that game? You don't actually know where I am, do you? You think you do. But you don't. Come on, what are you gonna do? Oh, I'm not too far away. A little step behind this box now.
Take this!
Oh, I popped out at the wrong time. Oh, I missed. No, I didn't. I mean, I did. Can I get you, Mika? Just to start to move that a little bit slower. I'm trying to get it to move. Come on, move, Olga. Move that a little bit slower.
Take this!
Come on, move that a little bit slower. You know, you're supposed to move, man. You're supposed to move. I mean, if I could, Slazo, that's what I would love to do. But unfortunately, Mr. Kojima did not want us to do that. Which is such a shame. But I get to do something fun now. Well, in a second. And it's not steal a gun. But it's a USP with a light, just in case you wanted to know. And that light is going to be very important a little bit later on.
Cipher. Otacon, the ship appears to be under their control. The men have Russian gear, but I haven't been able to find out anything else about
Well,
their origin.
Otacon has.
I know who they are.
You do?
We've ID'd the old man,
Who is he?
Sergei Gerlukovich.
Gerlukovich, one of Ocelot's allies.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the GRU colonel. He's the one Ocelot was supposed to meet up with after Shadow Moses.
They're after Metal Gear.
But plot twist.
Everything's changed.
He met
This is
up
not
with
going to be as
the
simple as
American
we thought.
president.
You could say that. I saw a surveillance remote just now. It looked like the Cipher.
A Marine Cipher T?
No, Army.
I agree. I would rather Metal Gear over
First the
Russian Gear,
Marines,
but those hats
then the
are quite cool.
Russians, now the Army?
You're
I
right.
could rock one of
This
those
isn't
hats.
gonna be
Maybe
simple.
maybe not at the minute with everything
Snake,
that's going on.
There's something I have to tell you.
Back in the
What?
day.
We didn't dig up this info about the new Metal Gear on our own. Not like usual.
How did you find out then?
It was a tip. An anonymous tip.
Oh,
Anonymous. You've never
Not a
trusted
gun.
those. Why would you start now?
That's right. I have a younger sister, a stepsister. We have different
Aye,
parents.
that's what I think.
I only knew her for 2 years.
You've never mentioned her before. So,
The sender of the tip was EE.
The tragic tale, this,
Her
which we'll
name is
find out
Emma,
when we play
but
the
I
final
always
chapter.
call her EE.
Emma? Emery?
Yeah, it just caught my eye, you know? I figured it was a coincidence, but I couldn't get it out of my mind. There's really no one out there who knows about her.
When was the last time you saw her?
Over 10 years ago.
You think it's a trap to lure us out here?
I don't know. After I got the tip, I did break into the Pentagon system to get confirmation.
Fair play.
Okay.
Fair play.
Watch your back, Snake. Maybe I screwed
Imagine
up.
just being like,
I've
oh,
got
I'm
a
not too
light
sure.
quick USP.
I'll
I
break
can
into
take
the
them on
Pentagon.
now. There's
Just
no
see what's
ammo,
going
but it
on.
takes a 9mm, just like the Marines' M9. I'll find those somewhere around here.
Yes,
Don't
you will.
raise too much racket with that thing.
I hear you.
Oh, Snake. Pun-tacular. Right, first thing. Dog tag, please. Thank you. And now the second thing. Polygon doesn't like this.
What are you doing? How could you shoot someone who's unconscious? What are you, some kind of a monster?
YOLO. I'm only putting her out for longer. Just gonna sleep through the entire of Metal Gear Solid 2 now, even all the cutscenes. Now then, what I want to know is, I don't know if you can do this. No, you can't. I was like, can I drag her, like, away? That sounds really weird, but can I drag her away somewhere? I'm not really happy with my phrasing there. Can I drag her off of this part? Because I wanted to try when I threw the guard overboard. I wanted to see if I could do that. But I don't think I can. Well, I know I can't because it's important to the game. But in Metal Gear Solid 3, if you like kill someone who's important, so like you can kill Ocelot in Metal Gear Solid 3 and you get like a weird game over screen. It's not game over, it's like time paradox. Because you basically stop the rest of the Metal Gear Solid franchise from happening. But no, I'm just going to have to leave her where she is. Goodbye, Olga Golukovich. I will see you at some point. But we're going to go for a little climb up here. And we're going to go and get that box on the far side as well. We got some thermal Gs. But yeah, there was a method to my madness of wanting to see if I could do that. I just wanted to see if there was a way to get a game over screen. Back in the day when you used to have like was it the cheat disc or like, was it the freeloader or whatever it was called? Not the freeloader, that was the Action Replay or Game Shark, I think they were. You could like start with like a USB, so it meant you could actually shoot her there and you would get a game over. Where are you going? Where are you going? Nowhere. There's another cardboard box. This is a wet box, so if I put that on, compare that to the normal box, you can see the difference. But I don't want to get my good box wet. Don't really want to wear this box in the first place. And that is pretty much the top part of the tanker done. Is Olga still there? Nope. She disappeared. Yep, she's disappeared, so I can no longer attempt to drag her through the rest of the story. But don't you worry. Like in James Bond or the Avengers, Olga Gulukovich will return. I've got some USB bullets now. But now the plan is to head... Yeah, I didn't. Very disappointing. I thought, you know, a few tranquilizers, that'll put you to sleep. Job done, but I was clearly wrong. I'm gonna take this guard out. Hello, Mr. Guard. Goodbye, Mr. Guard. And just so I don't blow everything up. Let's go. You know to flip over here and drop down. I didn't mean to drop down, but it happened. And another ration appears there. I've got 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for a 10. We just slide along, slide along. That camera means nothing to me. So this part there's like a lot of backtracking basically. That guard turns around, I believe. Yep.
Freeze.
I'll hold you up. I'm gonna shoot your radio again. Then I'm gonna shoot you in the head. But it's alright, it's a tranquilizer. I was waiting for somebody to drop dog tags. That's what I was hoping for. Oh well, you can come on a little trip with me. I'm gonna take you to the bar. Oh no, me ration. I'm not taking you to the bar. That was supposed to distract you. Oh well. Oh, Snake's got cold now. I don't know if you heard that sneeze because it kind of scared me a little bit. So that was from being out too long in the rain. So now Snake sneezes and guards can be alerted to his sneezing, which is fantastic. They've repaired that glass really quickly as well because I just shot that before. So I'm going to shoot it again. Well, that was sad. There's a guard down there. Does he come up the stairs? I can't remember. No, he's half asleep down there anyway. The things Kojima does in games are like just ridiculous. Just random little things you would never expect, like Snake catching cold. Like, when's Snake gonna catch cold? Well, apart from now. This is always the one part of the game where I get lost, just remembering where I need to go. And it happens all the time. Because I'm now back round. This is the stairs that I came down before. And I just always get lost. I've played this game. I've probably played the tanker chapter probably like 50 times maybe. Maybe even more than that. And I just always get lost at this point. And I know I shouldn't. But I just do. His snoring's very annoying. But I know there's some way to go, but I just can't remember which way it is. Putting everyone asleep as I'm going on my merry way. You're asleep down there. You're also surrounded with flies. Ration isn't going to do anything. First I need to go down a floor again. No, I don't need to go down another floor. What am I doing over here? I've gone too far back now. Hello, Mr. Guard. Goodbye, Mr. Guard. Is that one still in the locker? No, he escaped. Whee! Also, I'm an absolute idiot. It was those stairs I needed to go down. This is what I mean. I always get lost, and then it's always like I just forget something.
Raven.
So for those of you that don't know, Raven is from the original Metal Gear Solid. He is the man in the tank, or the man with the big gun. And he's also here. There's a little figure. How cute. And you can shoot it. And it sets him off. And if I didn't put that guard to sleep, that guard can be alerted by that noise as well. Just some random facts for you. Ah! I knew he was in there. But I believe this one doesn't open. Yep. I think I can also shoot with a torch as well. Nope, I can just shoot him. Shut up, Raven. Shut up. Shut up. Anyway, enough of him. There's one guy down. I used to love going into random alert phases in this place and just hiding in random corners or hiding under. Hiding like under this thing in the middle here. Whee! Down the stairs. Whee! Oh, snake. Up here. Don't think there is. Some bullets. Notice how you could hear both from Raven there when I went into that corner. Yeah, I used to try and get an alert phase, hide under here, randomly shoot guards, and then they would sort of not be able to find us, go back to their normal state of being. And then it was like, oh, there's someone there.
Freeze.
Shoot your radio out, just to be sure. Not that it matters, because you're not going to call the backup. Because there is no backup. USB bullets, which will come in handy. And you can like go down here and have a little wander around, but there's not really much. There's some bullets to pick up. Grenade. Like every type of weapon on the tanker. There we go. Probably should have known about that. I feel like I've got that achievement on the Xbox 360. But hey ho. Nothing to report.
Repair of the entranceway to the engine room on the port side is complete. We'll return to position following patrol of the small room on the port side.
So you've got to let him finish his sentence. Otherwise, the guards come looking for him. I think it's this one as well. No, it might not be that one. That's a weird poster. Right. It's going to set off a coda, I believe. Yes, it is.
Snake, There's another set of infrared sensors in place. If you touch that, the explosives will detonate and that ship will be pulverized.
I'm not in the mood to go sleep with the fishes, but there are too many sensors. Looks like I'll have to find another way.
No need to worry. There's a way through. Take a close look. Do you see the thing with blinking green lights right next to the explosives?
I was hoping you'd be able to.
That's the control unit for the sensors.
You can do that in the other one.
Destroy that, and the sensors stop functioning. You can't get in close enough to touch it, so you'll have to shoot it out. But the M9's knockout rounds won't work. The USP you picked up should do the trick. Use that gun.
It should do the trick, and it will do the trick. First of all, I'm going to close these lockers because I was not born on a barn and I don't leave doors open. There's another guy there as well. I didn't see him before. But just to make sure, we shoot that. It acts like the fire extinguisher. So as you can see, there's only one set of light of infrared beams. If you play this on harder difficulties, you've got this set here where there's a shooting thing. I'll show you. Actually, I'll climb up here. There's normally a shooting thing up there to disarm them. There's another one further in. But I should just be able to shoot that. And that knocks them all out. And that's it done. I think there's 3 on normal difficulty, I think. But just to be sure, hit the flower again. And there is nothing.
Verrazano Bridge checkpoint passed. All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant.
Of this part, as
you are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
No, it's broken. Oh well. Can I pick him up? I can. You know what? I'm going to move him just out of the way a little bit. It's not nice being just sat in the middle of nowhere. But thanks for the bullets as well, pal. There is a guard up here, as you can see. He pops out of the shadows, coming towards me. Just gonna leave you where you are. There's also another one here who's got his headphones in. He's having a little dance. Look at that, a little groove, a little groove. Good night. Ain't got time for your music, pal. Oh, stop sneezing, Snake. You'll wake people up. But that would probably wake that guard up there who's standing there. I'm just going to put him to sleep even more. Or did I wake him up there by accident? No, he's asleep.
Nothing to report.
See that? So the sneeze alerted the guard. Luckily, I was aiming down the sights to shoot him anyway, and I got away with that so much. But yeah, that is why. Have I got any medicine? No, you can pick up medicine to heal like your sneezing and everything. But there you go. It's actually now ruined my alert phase playthrough, but not like it matters. I will survive. Things I do for a wet boxer. It was a very loud sneeze. Like, I was not expecting it to be that loud. And I think that is all the guards, I think. Ooh, a ration. Don't need any rations. Yep, here we go. This is what ruins the no-kill part of the tanker chapter.
We have sealed the stern hatch.
The lift is also under our control.
We're on the foredeck, about to descend to the holds.
Sir, the Marine Commander has started his speech already.
We will complete the preparations before the end of the speech.
All communications to the holds have been severed. No one is aware of our presence.
Let no one down into the holds until we are out.
I mean, I can
Yes,
see
sir.
the gun
We
there,
will
so...
secure your exit with our lives if necessary.
There is one more thing.
My
Yes, sir.
daughter.
My daughter, keep her safe.
Yes, sir.
Aye, aye, Captain. But I'm not sure if I can put these to sleep. But I'm also not willing to find out. Actually, do you know what? YOLO. Let's do it.
Who goes there?
It's a me! I've got rations. That's one asleep. That's a nice little road. I don't know how this works. Like, they all fall asleep like that? Can you stop shooting them up there, please? It's very annoying. I can't put them all to sleep. Just come at me in a row. I'll knock these all down. I mean, that's a lot easier than shooting them with the USP. And look at me. Not a single kill.
Who goes there?
Ooh, who could this be? He won't do that to you, but you'll see that later on.
Oh, Shalashaska. Why are you here? We thought you were with the Colonel. What the?
I'm sorry. I think Snake should have heard that, to be perfectly honest with you. He's not that far away. But that's just my opinion.
The Colonel will be joining you soon, comrade.
Ocelot, you sly devil, you. Yes, he sneezed at the same time. That did everything.
Snake, are you in yet? Have you made it to the holds?
It's taking longer than I expected.
Oh, I just realized.
We've already passed the
no,
Verrazano
next part.
Bridge.
All right, we'll use another recovery point.
They may be planning to change course.
What?
The exits to the deck are all sealed.
What are they planning?
If they get Metal Gear, we're going right off the fringe.
We're going to Edinburgh.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses
The men down here are definitely Marines.
The current state of nuclear...
If the deck is sealed off, they have no way of knowing that the ship's been taken over.
I'm not interested in fighting these guys.
I think you
The
should.
weapons won't do me much good here.
Can you see Metal Gear?
No, I'll have to go around to the bow. They have some serious defenses here. I doubt the recent arrivals want to blast their way through the Marines either.
Wonder where they're headed.
I don't know.
I'm going to
Not the
take
beach,
all
that's
these
for
Marines
sure.
out. Me and my tranquilizer.
Okay, Snake, let's go over this one more time. Use this camera to get photographic evidence of the Metal Gear prototype.
Yes, boss.
Now do your thing and take pictures that speak louder than the government's plausible denials. We
I
need
will
4
do
shots.
what I can.
Metal Gear from the front, front right, and front left, and a close-up of the Marine Corps marking.
Marking?
There should
there you
be a
go, you just
Marine's
given it away.
insignia on the body of
I don't
Metal
need a
Gear.
photo.
Just let someone try explaining away a clear shot of that.
All right.
There's actually one little thing.
Just spit it out. I'm used to things going wrong.
It looks like someone's monitoring our transmission.
Who?
I don't have a clue. All they're doing is watching. It would creep me out less if they tried to interfere with our communications.
Could it have something to do with that
There's
cipher we
always
saw?
someone
Maybe.
listening.
I've switched the encryption protocol for our burst transmission for now. What I want to do is use a different method for sending these photos, just in case.
Instead of using the codec?
Exactly. There's a workstation in the southeast corner of the
Now,
block where
Octagon,
Metal Gear is
how
housed.
do you know all this?
I've made arrangements so that you can send the pictures from the machine.
Arrangements?
I hitched a ride on Link 16 into U.S. military's proprietary network.
Not Link
Managed to get into that workstation and overwrote a part of the system software so I could remote install a little app I wrote.
Why bother with anything that complicated?
No, it's pretty simple, really. Look, all you have to do is stand in front of the machine and push the action button.
Yeah.
The app will automatically
That is the
launch
correct
and
button.
download the image data from the camera, split the files, and encrypt them individually. The data packets can then masquerade as...
Okay. So all I have to do is push the action button in front of the computer once I have the pictures, right?
Well, sure, if you put it that way.
Yep. No
And
time
one
for
more
that
thing.
nerdiness.
The Commandant's already begun his speech, but you need to get the pictures before he's done talking. Otherwise, they'll spot you, okay?
How much time do I have?
I hacked into his personal files and took a look at the text of that speech. I'd say you have 7 more minutes. Longer if he throws in a joke or two.
No time for
A
jokes here.
7-minute time limit, huh?
No time at all.
Remember, Snake, just the photos, okay?
With these kinds of odds, I won't be making any sudden moves. But that doesn't mean we can just let Metal Gear be hijacked.
Okay, but first the photos.
All right, we'll deal with the rest when we get there.
Stay low.
I'll stay low while I start higher.
At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications
Right
for
then.
Metal Gear. Worse yet,
Let's make a start.
so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the U.S.'s
Probably
nuclear
like
strike
flip
capability.
over and bolt your
The
death,
world
but
is
I
about
don't
to
want to
see
do that.
a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives. We
Notice,
initiated
actually, while I
development
scroll
of
up,
Metal Gear
notice the
Ray as a
Marine
countermeasure to these pirate
without the
weapons
pants on.
forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course,
There is some
another
reason
Metal
for that,
Gear.
but I can't remember what it is.
With Ray,
Take
the
out
hundreds,
this
if not thousands of Metal Gears that exist all
where I
over the
live,
world
that's
are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish.
Yes, I call the helmet a lid.
This weapon will render all other Metal Gears
you can
obsolete. Nations
roll
building
over
up
that
their own
and not
Metal
make a
Gear
noise.
force will think twice about their nuclear
Same as that
strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out
And there we
by
are.
Ray.
If you step over them, it makes a noise and it alerts the Marines, so you don't want that.
The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order. And we, the Marine Corps, will play a central
This
role
part,
in its military affairs.
I'm gonna get caught. But there's a reason behind it.
Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass.
So obviously the
especially
idea
those
is
with
that you
submarine
rotate
and
them
air
around so
background.
you can get through the door at the other side.
Not to mention interference from a major
But where's the
player.
fun in that?
But this project is vital to the Marine Corps.
We're gonna do
The
one
enemy
more.
is sometimes closer to home
you
than
know
you
what?
think, gentlemen.
Let's do it again.
Always bear that in mind in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray. The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central
gonna
role in
look?
its
Where you gonna
military
look?
affairs.
Yeah. Typical
Some say
Marines
that
there.
the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be
Bunch of
reduced
pervs.
by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background.
I do
Not to
like these
mention
little
interference
random
from a
Easter eggs
major
in this
player.
game.
But this project is vital to the Marine Corps.
Oh, it's an
The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature.
Snake, what's wrong? Snake! Snake!
That is the best way to get a game over. in my honest opinion.
The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order. And we, the Marine Corps,
In theory,
play
you
a
could probably
central
put all the
role in
Marines to
military
sleep
affairs.
by like going from like left to right depending on what they're facing.
Some say that the
But I also don't want to find
importance
out.
of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of raid. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. Not to mention interference from a major player. But this project is... You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses incident during the Sears administration.
I'm very familiar with the
The
Shadow
state
Moses.
of nuclear proliferation is a direct result of that event.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Correct.
Not to mention interference from a major player.
Right, so let's get the photos.
But this project is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen.
All right.
Always
Good.
keep that in mind. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. There's a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation.
And front
It
left.
is a fact that players in favor of this policy are attempting to derail our own raid project. But I promise you that they will not succeed.
And then
I have a daughter.
let's move a bit further down from the Marines
It is my
logo.
greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a
Does have a
better
daughter.
world for the future generation. As a soldier,
And
I
we
know
meet
that
her
is my
later
duty.
on. That sounds weird. We'll meet her in the punch.
Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's
doing
Rex,
over there?
it can cruise
What are you
deep
doing there,
underwater,
pal? What are you
move in
doing?
undetected and make its landing on any shoreline.
Anyway. I hope you saw the host name was Police Notes there, which was a Kojima game. I want to know what the password is that they're putting in. That's what I want to know. Police Notes. Here we go.
So, any codec moments from you, Snake?
Just when you told me off
Okay,
for shooting
first
Olga.
up. Oh, this is
What?
nothing. It's nothing. But this isn't a photo of Metal
Oh, they're
Gear
gone.
anyway. Sorry, but you're gonna have to go back and shoot another set. I'll just make a backup of this one.
Octagon,
The
Octagon,
next
Octagon.
one's... Okay, that's good. The shot from the right is in the bag.
Yes, it
And the
is.
next one is...
Right down the middle.
Okay, this works. It's a great front view.
You are welcome for
The
my
next
front view.
one's... You're a pretty good photographer. We can definitely
am.
use this
I
left
am.
shot. The next one's... This is great. The Marines lettering shows up
It's
really
all about the lighting. All about the
Okay,
lighting.
now we have all the photos. Snake, the speech is about to wind up. Forget the photos and get out of there now.
But I just got the photos. I can't forget about them.
We, the Marines, will lead the charge into a new world order with Metal Gear Ray.
Ah, this is one of the greatest
That is all.
cutscenes.
Dismissed.
Just sit back and enjoy some cinema magic.
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the...
Gift of the silver tongue.
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer.
And a good
End of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify yourself.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
What do you want?
This machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to do? Steal this thing?
No.
Steal?
Taking it back.
No, I'm taking it back.
I have played this far too many times.
Lukovich. Nobody move. Understood?
I've got you. I'm not moving. I'm not going anywhere.
This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly.
That's always good to know.
We're almost at the target. Get a move on.
What do you intend to do with Ray? Sell it on the streets?
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
Now you would understand. Land, friends, dignity, all sold to the highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
What do you intend to do?
Russia will rise again. And Ray is the key.
I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back.
Oh, Ocelot Lukovich. What's going on here, lads? Come on. Come on, lads.
Yes, returned to the Patriots.
The Lalelule
The
Low.
Lalelule Low? How's that possible?
Ocelot, have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Lukovich.
Are you still in league with Solidus?
No hard feelings, Colonel. Mother Russia can rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War.
Ah!
I agree. Ah!
Metal Gear only has room for one! Lukovich, you and your daughter will die here.
Damn you!
And that is why they call him Revolver. Galashaska.
Sergei, looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
Traitorous dog!
I love this game. So much.
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
Depends how fast you swim, I suppose. Don't you've got any choice, pal?
Ocelot!
They've made 5 Metal Gear Solids, and then some handheld ones, so like 7, maybe 8. Yeah, 8. Yeah, 8.
It's been a while, brother.
Yes. 8.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake?
So
You're
yeah, Metal Gear
drowning
Solid
in time. I know what
1
it's like, brother.
came out in...
No wonder Naomi passed you over for the
98?
Fox Dive program.
You've missed you've missed a lot of Metal Gear Solid.
My mind, Liquid!
So, I mean, I can't remember that far back, to be perfectly honest. But a lot of Metal Gear Solid games came out. A lot of Call of Duty games came out. What else came out?
The price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be
A lot of
another
games
dead
consoles
clone
came
of the
out.
old man.
A lot of things have happened.
Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies. But I live on through this arm.
Liquid's on.
It's all. Yeah, I was trying to be a bit more like positive, I suppose, than them two. You would probably want like something a bit more positive if you just woke up from that. So, yeah. What I'm here for, and to play the second Metal Gear Solid. This is
You don't have what it takes after all! You're going down, Snake, with this tanker!
That's what you think. Or maybe that is what happens. I love how he's like, yeah, don't shoot the pistol. Here's my grenade launcher. Grenade launcher does absolutely nothing. And Metal Gear Ray's like, you did what? I just put something button through you. It's a very aggressive robot. It's supposed to be like, I'm not saying used for peace, but used to sort of help the Marines with nuclear deterrence. Let's go with that.
Otacon, we have a problem.
We do. Just taking a little drink. A little drinky poo. No, I mean, when I take a drink of water, and if I spit it out, that does not happen. That is very much false advertising. I'm not doing it right now, I am just taking it.
Snake! Snake!
Do, 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 do. I mean, that would be a cool. That would be the cool way to die now as well. Instead of getting savage to death by it. I mean, he dies, he gets killed by a snake, so, you know.
No problems. Proceeding as planned, sir.
As if this was planned all along. I'm not sure the entry into the water was the best, but goodbye, snake. Right in the water that's just gone and disappeared.
Yes, at the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene. The cipher was most useful. I look forward to tomorrow morning's news flash. I would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes,
I would
of course, agree. Mr. President.
We heard you the first time. And there we go. I did one continue, and that was because I would say Metal Floats. Metal Gear, maybe not, but so yeah, so didn't save one continue, and that was because I intentionally failed the hold part before. I killed one person? Did I? Who did I kill? Oh, I threw a guard off right at the start. Forgot about him. Obviously, he wasn't important because I'd forgotten about him. I killed one guard who I just threw off right at the start of the game. And that was it. And my controller has disconnected. I think. There we go. Flying squirrel. Yeah? Yeah, I'm gonna take it. The digital camera, can use it in the tanker episode. Save, I mean, no. I mean, yes. Not really bothered. Let's save that. And then that is the first portion of our Metal Gear Solid playthrough. So I am just going to flip you back over there. So that has been the first part of... I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, that was a good sneeze. Yeah, I would love to like go through on the really hard difficulties, but I just do not have the patience or anything for that. So I'm like, I'm gonna play it on easy. I'm gonna go through and like just show off random bits and bobs and just have a fun time. Basically, just get all the story parts out of the way with before Metal Gear Solid Delta comes out. But that has been. I might give it a go. Let me like get through the entire series first. So the plan is to play 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. We'll see, because 5 is quite a long game. I think I sunk like 120 hours into it on PS4 before Delta comes out, and then we're going to play Delta. But that was the tanker part of Metal Gear Solid 2. The next part will be the plant part when I am back, which will probably, if I check my calendar, will probably be Metal Gear Solid Monday, or Metal Gear Monday, whatever you want to call it, next Monday. And in the meantime, if you haven't, hit the follow button. Is it follow? No. Hit whichever. Is it follow, subscribe? I can't remember. Hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube or Twitch. And yeah, thank you for joining me on this wonderful journey through the tanker chapter. Possibly one of, depending on what day you ask me, I might say Metal Gear Solid 2 is Peace Walker. I don't know why I'm pointing over there at the chat when I should be pointing at the camera. Walker. But yeah, feel free to follow, subscribe on Twitch and YouTube, and I will see you next time for the plant chapter on Metal Gear Solid 2. But goodbye.